Don't let today's news rob you of tomorrow's joy. This is Andy Leakty with FC Tucker, and as I do each and every month, I want to come to you with a monthly market update on what is going on here in Central Indiana real estate. But the reason why I said don't let today's news rob you of tomorrow's joy is everywhere in the marketplace right now, from clients to friends to people that are maybe thinking about making a move. I am getting basically questions along some sort of variation of concern. Oh my goodness, interest rates are rising. Is the housing market about to collapse? Are we going to have a surge of foreclosures? Am I going to be able to buy the house that I want to buy? And what I want to do today with this monthly market watch is, as opposed to comparing to data from a year ago, I want to go back 3 years ago to really the pre-COVID times. And my goal with the information I want to share with you today is just provide a perspective on what is going on in the marketplace. And, I don't believe that the market is going to crash. I think we're going to have a little bit more of a healthy market. And I want to kind of share some of the reasons why that is going to be the case. Nobody likes higher interest rates. I don't love higher interest rates, but I think what we're going to see is not a collapse. We're just going to see a modification. And as I've said before on some of my other videos, opportunity is two sides of the same coin. And being able to have the most important information as opposed to the most urgent information will allow you to be successful if you're thinking about making a move. So I'm going to throw a little bit more different information to you today, kind of mix and match some things, and hopefully it will be of help to you. As always, if you have questions, what you can do is you can feel free to just click and leave a comment down below, or reach out to us via messenger or by phone or text, and my team or I would love to take care of you. So first thing I want to do is I do want to talk about how home prices have continued to surge here in Central Indiana compared to even 1 year ago. So just as a perspective, in Central Indiana, home sales prices are 14.6% higher than they were a year ago at this time, which means that the average homeowner in Central Indiana has seen their value increase $37,000. Honing in on the two areas that I serve the most, which is Hamilton County and the north side of Indianapolis, the data shows that in Hamilton County, prices have surged 15.3%, and that the average homeowner in Hamilton County has seen their home increase in value almost $60,000 in the last 12 months. So that's obviously a great thing for homeowners here. In Marion County, we've seen home prices go up even more at 18.1%. And the average homeowner in Marion County has seen their home value increase by over $38,000 in the last 12 months. Those are all positive things. Those prices are continuing to climb. But what I want to do is I want to take a little bit of a snapshot of what's going on in the market right now, statistics that I pulled up yesterday, and to see how that kind of compares with what's going on, and particularly from the last 3 years. So in Hamilton County, I did a search here yesterday, and I did homes, all homes for sale that were not new construction and were not condos. And in all of Hamilton County, there was 143 homes for sale that matched that criteria. The number of homes that were under contract was 654. So that means that for every one home that was for sale, there was 4.57 homes that were under contract. And we're seeing that number continue to go up right now as home inventory, homes for sale stay low, and pendings continue to keep a steady pace. And in fact, in Hamilton County, over the last 90 days, the average sales to list price ratio is 103.69%. And that means that the list price of a home, on average, a home in Hamilton County sold for 3.69% higher. Homes under $500,000 in Hamilton County. The sales to list price ratio was 104.26%. So again, if you're looking for a home in Hamilton County, there's a really good chance if you're making an offer that you're probably going to have to go 3 to 4, maybe even 5% above list. And I've seen that with my clients that I've been working with here recently as well, both buyers and sellers. In Marion County, the north side of Marion County, which is specifically Pike Township, Washington Township, and Lawrence Township, as of yesterday, in all three of those townships, the total number of homes for sale, again, not new construction and not condos, was 122. 122 homes for sale, but there were 470 that were under contract. So for every one home that was legitimately for sale, there was 3.85 homes that were under contract, almost 4. So again, the speed of the market is increasing. And in fact, in Marion County, we're seeing even higher sales to list price ratios in those three townships than we are in Hamilton County. The average sales to list price ratio in Pike, Washington, and Lawrence Township over the last 90 days is 103.95%. In homes under $500,000, that sales to list price ratio climbs to 104.49%. So again, if you're looking for a home on the north side of Marion County, 3 to 5% above list price, on average, that's what we're seeing. Occasionally a little bit less, sometimes more, but that is the dynamic that we're seeing right now. And really the last piece that I want to talk about today, again, with surging interest rates, people are worried about what is going to happen here. Is the market just going to kind of fall off a cliff? And here's why I don't think this is going to be the case. I went back through and looked at facts, not fear, but facts of what was going on in the real estate market at this time 3 years ago. And I looked specifically at Hamilton County, and I looked also at Marion County, and I really found the data to be helpful. And I want to share that with you in hopes that it will be encouraging for you. In Hamilton County, last month, we had 183 new listings on the market in Hamilton County, which is not a lot. In fact, if you go back to March of 2019, before all the COVID stuff and the craziness of the market that happened, we had 1,082 homes that were for sale in Hamilton County. So that means that there's 83% fewer homes on the market today than there was 3 years ago in Hamilton County. However, the number of homes that were pending, so the number of homes that went under contract, this past month, the March data was 593 in Hamilton County, and in March 2019 there was 718. So there is less, but not nearly as less as listings. So there was 17.5% fewer pendings. What that really means, though, is that in the last 3 years, we've seen it swing toward a seller's market 65.5% in Hamilton County. That's not a sustainable thing. So we have a long way to go for things to really kind of go off a cliff. We're just going to see things start to normalize a little bit more, which we have a long way to go to get to that normal, right, of 3 years ago. So that's where that looks like here in Hamilton County. In Marion County, what we saw is in March of 2022 there were 709 new listings. You compare that to 3 years ago, 1,817. So 61% fewer listings today in Marion County than there was 3 years ago. But the number of pendings, this was wild to me, 1,572 homes that were pending or went under contract last month in Marion County. And 3 years ago, in March of 2019, there was only 1,470 that went under contract. So that means that the number of homes for sale actually went up, even as pendings went down, or even as active listings went down 61%. That's amazing. That is an almost 68% swing toward a seller's market in the last 3 years. So what does that really mean for you? In my opinion, what that means is as interest rates rise and as we get fewer buyers, we're just going to kind of see a more normalization of the market. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see prices go off a cliff. Now, they're not going to go up by 15%. I don't think that's going to happen, but we're not going to see values tank. We're going to see prices remain strong, which is good for everybody in this market. And buyers, if you want to lock in a lower interest rate, now's the time to do that. So hopefully this broader perspective, this 3-year perspective was helpful for you. If you have further questions, we certainly would love to be of help and of value to you. Again, feel free to just comment below, or you can message us, and me or one of my team members will be happy to reach out to you and see what we could do to kind of help you strategically position yourself to win in this changing market. As always, thank you so much for listening, and we're never too busy for your referrals.